Well, now I can't find it to start the game. Sorry, everyone. I don't. Am I sitting on it?
I see the ready screen, edit
Oh,
uniform.
sorry. There it is. It fell off the chair in the corner. Here we go. All right, here we go. What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It is Phil Nagy. It is Kit Nagy. It is Nagy on Sports, and it is the beginning, officially, of week number 15 with our game of the week, as voted on by you, the faithful fans. It is Baltimore here in Jacksonville for a big AFC matchup. Kid, how are we doing today?
Doing well, and yes, definitely a big playoff implications matchup here in the AFC. Certainly two very good teams, and having the tiebreaker with Jacksonville after having beaten them, certainly would love to see Baltimore lose a game here. And bring them one closer for some home field advantage potentially for the Browns. So obviously big implications and a game that should be hard fought.
Absolutely. We do appreciate everybody being on. Thanks for voting this one as the game of the week. We do very much appreciate it. Hey, Mitchell, welcome on. Hey, Wendell, and hey, Karen, welcome in as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this one popping. Hey, Dwayne, welcome into you as well. As McManus kicks this one in the direction, it'll be taken here by Duvernay at his own 2-yard line. He'll try the left, a little bit of space past the 25 to the 29, and that's where Lamar and company will trot out onto the field. It's hard to believe feels like one of the few starting quarterbacks still left on their team is Lamar Jackson after all of that about his contract and he gets injured so much, and here he's one of the last men standing.
That's right. Pretty crazy. Although he's been way more of a pocket passer this season than is normal for him.
Yes, he is. Here's an example of that. 23 yards to Isaiah Likely, his new number one tight end, again with the injury to Mark Andrews out for the season, as feels like so much of the league is on IR at this juncture, but that's a little RPO for 23 yards and a first down. And now they'll run it. Here's an option to the left side to the 45. Now he'll try the 40 and push backwards to the 43 for Lamar. Shotgun look here again. Now Jackson back to pass. It'll throw to the right side, right at the sticks, and it's Ice Likely again, and Likely's got a first down. Literally right on top of those sticks at the 37. First down, Ravens. Out of the pistol this time. Gus the bus. Nope. Option keeper. Good read for Lamar. First down achieved and more. He'll take a big shot at the end of the run, but a first down after about 12 yards for Lamar Jackson. Hey, Bo, welcome in. Yeah, Wendell, I saw that. I mean, it felt like watching the game, like even he knew like that it was the writing on the wall. Brandon Staley, I mean, that was ugly.
Yeah, it sure was ugly, and it was interesting hearing Sherman recommend he be fired at halftime for that abysmal performance. So he felt like he probably should have been fired last year, honestly. As what a strike down the middle there. Ravens going right down the field, scoring with ease. Isaiah Likely, the touchdown scorer. But it does feel like he had made a lot of very, very questionable moves from a coaching perspective. That team was very much out of sync and has been for quite a while, even though they've had really a star-studded roster. Feel like they should have been a very competitive team in the AFC, and they just haven't been, and a lot of that has been some pretty awful coaching, and that, kind of surprised he lasted as long as he did, but this one certainly the blowout to break the camel's back, if you will.
Yeah. Monster game for the Raiders, especially their defense. All right, Lawrence out onto the field. They're going to trail 7-0 again. A really nice opening drive from the Ravens. featuring tight end Ice Likely again, saying, Mark Andrews who? I've got you covered. Here's a nice throw on a long dig to Calvin Ridley for 15 and a first down, Jaguars. Motion coming here. They'll fake the jet sweep and then go to ETN. It'll be blown up in the backfield by Roquan Smith. Roquan Smith, the one that gets back there. 0 tackling 1, 2nd and 12. Hey, Don, welcome in. Turn around. Here comes ETN again. He'll try the left side, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage to set up a 3rd and 10 here for the home team Jacksonville Jaguars. Again, Browns getting a nice win over them last week, as we saw. Got to keep the result of our sin, which doesn't happen very often.
No, it doesn't.
Stepping up now, Lawrence. He'll take off. Does he have the first down? He buries his head at the line, and he got the first down. What a play by Lawrence.
Wow, very impressive there, especially after 2 kind of lackluster plays, one for a TFL, one to regain that yardage. 3rd and 10, nicely done, getting it done with his legs there for Lawrence.
Travis Etienne for a couple. A little bit of chattering as the pile unclears there into Raven territory now. Here's Lawrence out of a shotgun. Lawrence back to pass after a handoff fake to Etienne over the middle and had a man. Incomplete. That was Luke Farrell, the tight end. Go Bucks, but unable to connect with him, and now a 3rd and long coming up for Lawrence. Law with a big blitz coming. Watch out! He can't get away from Queen. Sacks him back to the 45. They brought 6, and the Jaguars couldn't take care of 6. And a sack there for the Ravens. They're going to force a punt. Hiya, Felgren. Welcome in. Go Browns indeed. Kit and I'll have that game for you tomorrow. Just waiting one more day to see who in the world we can scrap together to make an active roster. Gosh, yeah. They're dropping like flies.
They sure are.
In Berea.
Nice punt down to the 4, though. Nicely done on the coffin corner.
Yep. Nice punt. Logan Cook puts it down there. And now Jackson from a shotgun in his own end zone. Back to pass. Dangerous to throw here, and he'll try a quick slant into traffic. Aguilar was the intended target. Antonio Johnson, the rookie corner out of Texas A&M. There, they'll try to stretch it. Nope, fake it. Play action, and he'll fire right side right into some traffic again. Is that Patrick Ricard? It is. 4 yards. Devin Lloyd on coverage and tackle. 3rd and 6. Back to pass. Big blitz coming against a screen. I can't believe they actually ran a screen in their own end zone, and it's going to work for 30 yards plus. Unbelievable.
Well, that was actually the play call they were looking to. That's the look they wanted for that screen. Had everybody coming, all the bodies in his face, but well set up. 3 blockers in front, and Edwards goes right down the sideline for a whole mess of yards there. Very fortunate to avoid the safety, as that would have been if just with a tick or 2 more of that pressure in his face.
So backwards throw, counting as a rush for Gus Edwards, which goes nowhere. Bo, is that your way of saying that it's your birthday on Sunday? If so, happy early birthday.
That's right, happy birthday. Hopefully a big Browns win for your birthday celebration.
That would be lovely. A skinny post, 15 yards to Aguilar there, and the clock keeps running. We're under 7 minutes already here in this first quarter. It has gone pretty quick. With, again, not very many incomplete passes to stop things. Now he'll roll. Now he's in trouble. He shakes off 1 sack to the 50, to the 45. Juke move at the 43-yard line. And finally down to the 41, and that's where Aruwarwe going to take him down. 2nd and 1 for Lamar. And this time trying to run a little fun thing across the middle to Zay Flowers. The little pop pass didn't work that time. Out of that kind of offset pistol. The eye candy did not fool the Jaguars. Here's a 3rd and 4 now. Linderbaum snaps it back, right side. Caught by Aguilar. I'm not sure how he pulled it away from Williams. I think he kind of caught it on his belt line and kind of pulled it out of Williams' hands. First down for Aguilar.
Yes, Wendell. I think the writing was kind of on the wall for him there in Los Angeles. Really, the biggest thing with him, he was odd because he didn't even he was supposedly a metrics kind of guy with the analytics, but he didn't follow the analytics. He made just really rash decisions in the moment. A lot of them didn't work out. And then he kind of lost his locker room, lost his team, and we saw that. I mean, that's what a team that is really divided and not playing well and not well led from the coaching perspective and culture perspective. That's what it looks like. It's a team that goes out and just gets obliterated by a Raiders team who, in their own right, is not that great.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about Aiden O'Connell, the Purdue Boilermaker quarterback as a rookie.
Right.
Lighting you up for 4 touchdowns.
And making it look easy. I mean, by the first half, it was a blowout already.
Here comes Justin Tucker to try 58.5 to extend the Raven lead. His kick is up. It's got enough leg, and it is good. Justin Tucker doing Justin Tucker things. And the kick is up, and the kick is in. 10-0 here in the first quarter. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy, Nagy on Sports. Appreciate everybody joining us here today. I mean, I think it's pretty clear they quit on their coach last night.
Yep.
It showed.
They did.
And it snowballed, and that's why they made the moves today rather than just waiting till the end of the year.
Yeah, I think part of it too is what's unfortunate with that coaching situation there. Is they've really squandered what could have been one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL given a better coaching situation.
Yeah, I mean, you think about Herbert with Eckler, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams.
Yeah, absolutely.
Quentin Johnson that they drafted,
star-studded.
Yes, and then, of course, Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa as your edge rushers. Derwin James, arguably the best safety. They were set up for success and certainly have been. So, yeah, if you put good pieces together and it doesn't come together, it's pretty obvious that it's the coach. So, I don't know. I never felt the fascination with Staley even to begin with. I realized he was touched by McVay because he was on the McVay tree, which it feels like maybe people are realizing that it's more McVay and less being on his staff. Although Zach Taylor's done pretty well for himself, but he's kind of like the new hot, you were with McVay, then you must be great. It's like, well, that doesn't necessarily mean that you were great.
Right. Well, I mean, I think how long did we see that with Belichick, where coaches would come off of that tree and then try to do it Belichick's way and utterly fail.
Yeah. Yep, Shanahan's got a few out there, of course. Robert Saleh, D'Amico Ryans now. Both seem like successful head coaches. Obviously, Saleh in a little bit of a situation since they sold their entire season's soul for Aaron Rodgers, and that ended early. But I like what I see from D'Amico Ryans in Houston. He's got a nice young squad, and they're playing hard as Jackson's going to run to the 50, to the 45, and push down at the 41. He already has 47 yards running in this first quarter, and Jacksonville's got to do something to shut him down. This one's going to be over early.
Well, I think that's actually a really interesting point you made about D'Amico Ryans in Houston, and what they've done with their young quarterback, who is clearly a big part of how they're winning there in Houston. But you certainly had that. You had that and way more. I mean, the rest of the team in Houston, by comparison, is not nearly as good as the Chargers roster should be. But Houston has found a way with good coaching and a very, very good rookie quarterback to go out there and win games most people didn't think they had a shot at winning.
Another big scramble for Lamar. He's just sending dudes on 4 verts and then running into the space. First and goal now up to the 6-yard line. Yeah, I mean, I think there was a time, too, it was like still the... Was it in the third quarter they had 63, or was it in the fourth quarter they had 63? And it was like they were throwing. Like, it felt like they were going for the record. They were going for 73. And then they sort of stalled and maybe thought better of it. That would have been pretty wild.
Well, pretty crazy, some of the score lines in this season.
To get into the end zone, it does.
Yeah. Some of the it's a pretty crazy season for a number of reasons, but
yes. Yeah, in some ways you feel like there's more parity. Like, literally any given Sunday, any team could beat any team, and we've seen that happen a couple of times. And then there's, records being broken, and then the next week, I mean, the what was it last week that the Raiders scored? Was that were they in the 3-0 game?
That's
or was
right.
That the Chargers.
They went from they lost to the Vikings 3-0. They lost to the Vikings 3-0, and the very next week
and then scored
63
points. So yeah, it's just been a crazy year, and again, just all the injuries and all of the quarterbacks who are out. It is bonkers town. I mean, we're talking about people like Aiden O'Connell and Tommy DeVito and Joe Flacco, Jake Browning. Like,
that's right.
These are quarterbacks that are going to be in the playoffs.
That's
potentially.
Right. Yeah, actually, there aren't that many quarterbacks still standing, and most of those guys that are still standing are going to be in the playoffs representing their teams. And there's certainly going to be a number of new faces and first-time appearances for quarterbacks in playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although Flacco certainly doesn't fall under that.
Well, 17-0 now, Baltimore. No, he does not. Baltimore putting the wood to him now as we start the second quarter here. Again, appreciate you being on. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy, Nagy on Sports is the channel. They should go for it here at 4th and inches from their own 29, but they're not going to. Thank you so much to our subscribers. You guys are the best. Also, make sure I'll hit that like button so YouTube tells more people about our channel. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, we'd appreciate that very much as well as we continue to grow the Nagy Nation. Do appreciate all the support. Hope you're having a wonderful, what is it, Friday? I'm losing all track of day. It is Friday. Friday afternoon. By being off work, recovering from a surgery, I literally have no idea what day it is until there's like things like football on or I go to church. I was like, oh, I know what day it is now.
So back to your point.
Hi, Rick. Welcome in. Go Browns.
Back to your point about going for it on 4th down. I think the Jags may, depending on how this game goes, may look back at that. I know we're over 14 minutes remaining in the second quarter at that point in the game, but you're down 17-0. You've really had nothing going on for you. You have a 4th and inches, not an awful spot on the field to turn the ball over. Yeah, you probably give them more points if you do, at least 3, given Justin Tucker. But on the other hand, you need a little bit of a spark. So getting a 4th down pickup may have been that spark. That might be something they look back on and regret.
Yes, we'll see, especially if they can't get off the field. Darius Williams with a nice hit. It's going to set up a 3rd and 1. Lamar in the zone, which of course means he cannot fumble. And he'll run Keaton Mitchell. Nope, they'll run the little veer, and Lamar's going to actually bump into the running back. Horrible execution. And that allows Olakun to get back there, and that's a big loss and a huge stop for the Jaguars.
Yeah, very important for the Jaguars defense to find a stop here, get the ball back to their offense with some time and an opportunity to really get something going because they are desperate for that little bit of juice here in this game. Opportunity coming.
This punt's going to trickle all the way into the end zone for Jordan Stout. And that's where the flowing locks of Trevor Lawrence will come back out on the field. And even 12 on this second quarter clock. Lawrence, good protection. Quick throw to the right side to Zay Jones, and it'll be tackled very quickly by Ronald Darby, picking up a gain of 5 for the Jaguars. Just need to string a couple first downs together. Again, not a ton of total yards, about 30 total yards in the entire game for them. Here's a first down. Evan Ingram, there's a good spot to go to. Again, very talented tight end for them. He's got a first down to the 37-yard line, and that's maybe what they needed now. Heavy full house backfield here. And they'll handle off left side. ETN got some space, got the corner to the 50. Juke move 45, 40 to the 35, and he's pushed out of bounds. What a run for Travis Etienne. That was a spark play.
Yeah, it sure was. They needed some of that. And now an opportunity with some decent field position to punch one in past midfield and actually already in field goal range. But you certainly don't want to settle for that field goal. You want to build off this little bit of momentum you got going here, try to punch it in, and make this game look a little different.
Get your fans back into it as well here. Lawrence, quick throw to the right side. Evan Ingram again. Short gain of 5 to the tight end.
Yes, Don, that is illegal to pull somebody down by the hair.
Throw to the corner, and on the first down sticks is Ingram again. So he's got something going here with his tight end. All 4 of his catches have been on this drive. Lawrence will step up after play action. A dart over the middle, and he takes a shot. But a big catch for the rookie Parker Washington, and Washington's got it first and goal to the 3-yard line.
No, that would be unnecessary.
Lawrence splits up the middle. Picked up by Etienne.
First sponsored by Head and Shoulders. No, still illegal. You can't tackle somebody by the hair.
And touchdown! Evan Ingram. It was his drive, along with that 30-yarder from Travis Etienne, and a nice response here from the Jags to put their first points on the board. 8 plays, 80-yard drive. Did it pretty efficiently in 3:15, and that gets a little bit of energy back here to TIAA Kref Stadium, or wherever it is. I don't know, whatever the name of this stadium is. It's changed names recently.
Yep, that was exactly what the Jaguars were searching for right there. A new look game here, now just down 10. With some time to maybe get another stop and potentially get yet another drive here to close out the half and maybe get within striking distance to go into locker room.
Gus the bus, for 9 yards off the right side on the option keeper. A little stutter step in the backfield. Usually ends well, but for this time it doesn't hurt him. Option keeper, and this time they're all over him. Travon Walker, the former #1 overall pick, got there in a hurry for a big TFL, as Lamar had to eat it on the option keeper. So good pursuit now in a 3rd and 5, and they're going to rush 3.
That's interesting. That's not
delayed handoff to Edwards, and nobody's there. An easy first down.
That's interesting, Fellergren. That's not the way the rules at least used to be, but I hadn't seen a ruling that recent of it. Suppose perhaps they changed it.
Here comes Keaton Mitchell.
Or maybe I'm misremembering.
Torched the Browns for a couple of long runs.
It may be that I'm misremembering and just what the rule was when I was playing.
Yeah, I do feel like I remember it changing. And then, yes, I do somehow feel like having long hair now you do at your own, basically at your own risk, because it can be used. Now, it might be sort of like bro code that you don't do it, but play action, another first down throw. Isaiah Likely, he has been 4 catches and 63 yards in the touchdown so far of this offense. Both tight ends with strong games to start. Edwards to the right side, and that's where he'll be tackled by Johnson and Olakun. Five minutes to trickle down here in the first half. 17-7, the Ravens trying to answer The Jaguars' first score. Left side to Beckham and knocked out of his hands by Darius Williams. Picking up a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, really important third
I mean,
down
I think
here.
by week 15 in the NFL, I don't think anybody's... Yeah, I would say by the week 15 in the NFL, I'm not sure anybody's 100%. Oof, almost picked. Nice coverage again by Williams. I would say that he was way less hurt last week than I thought he was going to. The very dramatic limping off the field the week prior. And, oh, he's not going to play. Like, he looked fine in the Browns game.
Yeah, he ran on it quite a bit. Looked to have not lost a step or anything. They just went for it on 4th down. Interesting. It was like a 4th and 5.
Yeah, and they decided to get it. Maybe they decided Justin Tucker from 63 wasn't the right choice.
Huh.
But they did get it, and the clock keeps on ticking. Now about 4 minutes to go here in this first half. Jackson. Quick throw over the middle. Zay Flowers makes a man miss. To the 20, he's got some wheels. To the 17, the quick rookie out of Boston College. Having a very nice season here as a rookie. And a good play there, breaking the first tackle. Jackson over the middle, knocked away. Otherwise, the touchdown was there again for Likely. And Oluokun, nice play to knock it away. Jackson changing up some things at the line. And now he'll be back to pass one more time. Now he'll take off right up the middle. He's got one man in front, and that's Lloyd. And Lloyd encourages him to slide. Picking up just 5, now a 3rd and 5. Trips to the right side for Jackson. He'll throw to the left, out of the backfield. Edwards makes a catch and spins off the tackler Johnson for a first down. Crazy looking catch for Gus Edwards. That's not his normal bag o' tricks.
No, but certainly got to give him the respect on that play. That was impressive.
Lamar over the middle at the goal line, caught, sandwiched, and tackled at the 1. That's Odell Beckham, and that's going to be a 2nd and goal from the 1-foot line now, as he was not in Everbank Stadium. That's what it is now. Would not have remembered that.
No.
2nd and goal from the 1. Lamar climbs under center. Pitch to the right side. Gus Edwards walks into the end zone untouched. And a big touchdown. Good response for the Ravens, and they recapitulate their lead. Back up. I'm assuming he meant 2016. Way back in 29-16. All right. Lawrence taking a shotgun snap. Nobody in the backfield with him. They trail by 17, and now he'll chuck it deep to the right side. Got a man out there with some coverage. Oh, he couldn't hold it in. Dropped by Travis Etienne, who had lined up on the right 1v1 with Kyle Hamilton, and he couldn't bring it in. What a throw from Lawrence.
Yeah, great throw. Exactly the look they were looking for, but unable to connect.
Oh, they go right back to it. Lauren, the Etienne this time will catch it. Touchdown. Oh, what a play. They go right back to it. And Etienne does make the catch and into the end zone.
Now that takes some cojones, calling the exact same play back to back for Etienne, seeing the look you like, going right back to it and saying, do it again. We liked it. It was there. You just barely couldn't connect. This time it does connect, and Etienne goes in for the touchdown. Nicely done.
Touchdown. Huge touchdown for the Jags there. Gosh. If anything, maybe they scored too fast, but that was a massive 75-yard touchdown pass to Travis ETN. Yeah, Don, I saw that note that the NFL record of 73 was in the championship game, and it was 73-0. I was like, oh my. The league apparently not what it was now. If that's your championship game, 73-0. Still the NFL record. And the next highest score was the Dolphins about 2 months ago. Which is pretty wild to think about.
It is wild.
.24-14 now. $1:38 to go. Lamar on the pistol. They'll be back to pass. Blitz coming. They feel it. Right side throw, but knocked away. Darius Williams again. Good coverage on the rookie Zay Flowers. And now 3rd and 10. Maybe just a handoff here. We'll see how aggressive Harbaugh wants to be. Yep, he's going to run the option and didn't go to the outside. Lamar tried to follow the hole up the middle, and it was evaporated quickly, and now a timeout call by Jacksonville, and they're going to get the football back.
Yeah, I was going to say, not too soon if you force a 3-and-out and a punt, and now even an opportunity with 1:24 and 2 timeouts to maybe get something done here.
Lawrence will go empty again. That means ETN lined up as a receiver. Why not? He was effective on the last drive. Back to pass. They'll go through quickly this time over the middle to Zay Jones, who gets popped by Hamilton for a gain of 4. Back to pass. Firing it right side. Caught by Ingram, and he got pushed out of bounds going backwards. I wonder if Madden's sophisticated enough to know that that shouldn't be a clock stop. But nope, they're not. Okay. 3rd and 6. Lawrence, they'll run it. ETN, left side. He's got the first down. Hits hard, but at the 44. And they'll go no huddle. Interesting choice to try to save the 2 timeouts. Still plenty of time with 50 seconds left. ETN now on a fake. Lawrence, right side, into traffic. Knocked away by Marlon Humphrey. Evan Ingram, the intended target. Lawrence talking to his receivers now. Back to pass. Good protection. He'll fire over the middle. Got his man. Watch out. Ingram to the 20. 10, 5. Touchdown, Jags. The quick strike Jags. Evan Ingram on a huge catch for a touchdown.
Yeah, 2 broken play, well, not really even broken play, but busted coverage plays that they were able to create. Look at that separation he's got there. Just trailing defender with not even a chance to get up, catch up to Ingram, and the back-to-back, both first Etienne, then Ingram, able to just produce chunk plays capped by touchdowns to make this very much a game with the scoreline suddenly within 3 going into the locker room, and that's exactly what the Jags wanted.
Yeah, that was great. Good job on their account to get back and get in it. Get this thing going. Get this game back and going. So 33 seconds. All 3 timeouts. Does Harbaugh want to push, or does he just want to get to halftime and lick his wounds? It was a good replay angle of it, too. It looked like maybe the Ravens were in cover 0, and Zay Jones had pulled Kyle Hamilton way to the right. It just opened up the field, and Patrick Queen could not stay with Evan Ingram. And they seem disinterested in calling timeouts. Looks like we were headed for, oh, just kidding, we'll snap it with 2 seconds and throw it out of the backfield for another 9 yards to Gus Edwards. Well, tale of 2 quarters, perhaps. First, the Ravens went up big, and now the Jaguars have scored 14 unanswered to get back into this thing. 24-21 here at the half. This is the Sunday night game this weekend, I think, unless it was anything but flexed. Also, I wasn't even thinking, but we have the return of Saturday NFL games tomorrow as well. So
that's right.
Kit and I will need to connect and figure out what's going to be the least distractive to the football day for our Browns sim.
See
All right, here comes Trevor Lawrence. They have lots of momentum.
for tomorrow. It's kind of an all-day affair starting at 10. Vikings, Bengals, 1:30. Sorry, I'm using my times. 1 o'clock game is Vikings, Bengals. The 4:30 game is the Steelers, Colts. And then the 8:15 game is the Broncos, Lions.
Lawrence in trouble, and it'll go down. Geno Stone on the safety blitz.
We, of course,
throwing him to the ground. Sack number 3 today for the Ravens.
We, of course, could do a Nagy on Sports morning kickoff to be the game in advance of those 3, if that works out for you.
Sure. We could do that. Sure, yeah. You want to do like a noon, or you want to do like 11, 11:30?
Yeah, 11 is fine.
Okay. But you heard it here first, folks. Kit and I will bring you the Browns and Bears game tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Kit will have to be awake by 8. I think we can make it happen.
Yeah, that's normal. Even on weekends.
All right. First down over the middle to Calvin Ridley. You heard it here first, everybody. 11 o'clock for our Browns-Bears sim. We'll post it in the Discord as well so that you can be aware of that. And again, hopefully we'll be able to piece together a somewhat realistic depth chart to at least get the real guys in, or at the very least the wrong guys out.
Right.
Play action. Zip it over the middle. Oh, he had it in his hands and he dropped it. Ridley was open. Rock Ya-Sin was in trail, but that's just a straight drop. Lawrence over the middle. Caught again by Ingram. He's been special here today. And Evan Ingram with a massive first down. 9 catches now, 105 yards for the tight end, Evan Ingram. Another drop for Ridley. A couple of bad drops here on this drive for Calvin. Humphrey on the coverage. ETN to the right side. Oof, picked up and thrown to the ground at the 29 for a gain of 2.
There, now posted to the Discord even.
All right, perfect. Motion coming for Ingram. Down to 3 seconds on the play clock. Lawrence gets the snap off over the middle. And traffic caught by the rookie Parker Washington. But there were a lot of bodies in the way. Good concentration from the Penn State Nittany Lion for a first down now. Lawrence got him cooking with gas, trying to go 3 touchdowns in a row here. Lawrence surveying the field. Got time. Got a man. First down, Washington to the 5. And now a first down and goal for the Jags.
Yeah, look at these Jags clawing their way back into this one, now threatening to take the lead for the first time.
ETN pushes the pile to the 2. He's a lot of things, but the power back is not one of them.
No.
A little surprised Dearness Johnson isn't it? I think he's technically the power back. Lawrence going to roll for it and throw it away. 3rd and goal. Thought maybe he had an angle, chose not to run it in. It's all good, Wendell. 3rd and goal now. Turn around. ETN left side into the end zone. Touchdown, Jags. 21 unanswered points now have this thing all tied up.
More than that, the Jacksonville Jaguars took
Actually,
the lead.
not tied up. Gosh, yeah. Mathing is hard. What can I say? 28-24 after 21 straight points.
That's right, taking
They
their
have
first
taken the lead here.
And a big momentum shift in this one with it pegged out for Jacksonville as they have come from way behind to take over this game, at least for now.
Over the middle, wide open, Likely. Nobody covered Isaiah Likely down to the 20 and tackled at the 18 by Cisco. Oh, man, you had all the momentum and you get a big chunk of it right back because nobody covered the tight end down the seam.
Yeah, huge chunk
He's
there.
wide open.
Nobody, just an absolute beater there. Right down the seam of the cover three, able to take advantage right up the middle between the two. And, lucky for them, it was likely Cisco able to save the tackle, but now they have to hope to try to force a kick.
Incomplete to the left side. Isaiah Likely, 7 for $148. Between he and Evan Ingram, they're looking towards breaking tight end records today. Here comes Edwards, and he's going to be blown up right at the line. Josh Allen over there talking a little stuff after the play. Back to pass. Jackson, left side, end zone, picked off! It's picked off by Arumaraway that time. Tried to go into the end zone, and Arumaraway jumped the route, and Jackson walks back to the sideline.
Well, that's how you make up for all that chunk yardage from Isaiah Likely, is you pick it off there to prevent all the points. Huge play here for the Jaguars, capitalizing on defense to make up for the earlier busted coverage.
First turnover of the game goes the way of the Jags, and again at a absolutely crucial spot. And Etienne stuffed now twice in a row, so they're trying to just get some space for the punter at this point. 2 runs up the middle for no gain. Puts Roquan Smith in the zone. And now they'll run again. This time it's Tank Bigsby. Ball gets popped out. Oh no! And it's going to be picked up by the Jags at the 3, or by the Ravens at the 3. Punched out of the rookie's hands and scooped up at the 3-yard line. Look at this punch by Clowney. And then it's going to fall right into the lap of who picked it up? Maybe Clowney. Oh, looks like Roquan Smith did. Holy smokes, what a turn of events.
Yeah, certainly a big turn of events, and just like that, Jacksonville gave it up, but Lamar Jackson with an opportunity to make good on that touchdown he had robbed from him a moment ago.
And he does, wide open. Who else? Isaiah Likely having the game of his life. Touchdown number 2 now for him, and just like that, the teams trade turnovers, but the net result goes to the Ravens, and they now lead by 3. Well, that was crazy.
It was. Quite the turn of events.
6:50 to go here in the third quarter. Is now 31-28. Appreciate everybody being on. Phil Nagy and Kit Nagy, Nagy on Sports, with our official Week 15 Game of the Week, as voted on by you, the faithful fans. If you would like to vote on Games of the Week moving forward, you can do that on our Discord channel. You can use the invite link in the description of this or any of our other videos. Our Discord channel is a place where we post in advance when we are going to sim. Sometimes a day in advance, like Kit just did. Sometimes just minutes in advance, but always in advance of actually going live. You can also vote on which games you'd like us to play, like this one was the top vote getter for this week. And you can also chat with Nagy Nation in between sims as well. 31-28 here now. Lawrence on a 3rd and 7. Back to pass. He's got good protection. He'll wind up and fire a dart over the middle to Etienne. The angle route out of the backfield for a big gainer to the 50-yard line. Motion coming. And they'll give the jet sweep to Zay Jones, who gets baptized in the backfield by Kyle Van Noy. Whew. I feel like you can hear him on the way to the ground. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Ball's out again! Where's it at? Oh, the Jags fall on it this time.
Oh my.
I thought they were going to give it right back.
I thought so too. For a moment it looked like they were, as there were some Ravens with an opportunity in that pile. but none of them able to come up with the ball.
How about 3rd and 12? Zay Jones for a first down. So the Jags, like the old Kenny Rogers, like the gambler out here, putting the ball on the turf, setting up 3rd and 12, no problem. We got it. First down. Lawrence going to send Etienne to the right side. Quick throw over the middle to Ingram again. Evan Ingram having the game as well. Thanks, Felgren. Don't forget to smash the like button. But don't actually injure your device or your hand in the process. Lawrence, throw for a first down. Luke Farrell to the broken tackle, to the 20, rather, to the 15, to the broken tackle. Broken tackle to the 20, and got a first down up to the 14-yard line for Luke Farrell.
Really nice physical play there from Luke Farrell. Love seeing that. He actually looked for a minute like he might get tackled for a loss on the play after he went backwards, but he was able to get around and able to get upfield instead. So it ended up being a wise choice in spite of it all, and a bunch of extra yardage to boot.
Lawrence, empty backfield once again. Now he'll step up and chuck it out of bounds. 3rd and 9. Lawrence, blitz coming. They're trying to set up screen. Not a good time to run the screen. Travis Jones gets in there, and a big loss will force Jacksonville to settle for the tying field goal.
Well, I'll tell you what, Bo. David Bell is absolutely irreplaceable on special teams. He does a lot for this team in spots that you probably aren't noticing him, but he's very, very important to what they want to do. Plus, he's one of those guys that can fill in anywhere along the wide receiver core. He's kind of learning all of the positions. In fact, if you watch the Elijah Moore presser about it, he was giving David Bell a lot of praise on his ability to fill in anywhere at any time for any role, because he's had to learn it all, and he is ready for that, and I think that we'll see more of him as the injuries continue, which is unfortunate. You never want to see, but that's kind of the way. And good to have a guy like David Bell ready and able to step up in those critical moments. And we got to see him score his first NFL touchdown in a big way. And you know, great story for him. Love seeing the smile on his face as he was alone crossing the end zone there. Pretty awesome.
Well, that was a sweet play. 2nd and 9 now here as we trickle down towards the end of this 3rd quarter. Good game here. Feels like we've had some clunkers recently on our games of the week, but 31-31 here. Dropped as we're 14 seconds away from heading into the 4th quarter. Tied up.
Yeah, big shot there from Lloyd, jarring the ball loose.
Jackson surveys the field. He'll roll to the right now. He'll take off. Just kidding. He'll throw back. Flowers to the 45, to the 50, and that's where he'll go down. And that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. They won't have to go far from the 48 to the 48. Flip it. It's 4th quarter time here in Jacksonville. Ravens and Jags tied at 31. So here we go. Throw 15 back on the clock. Move 4 yards the other direction. And let's see which of these teams can pull out the dub. For the Browns, I think it's better if the Jags win, as Kit pointed out early in the sim. Second and 8 now after the 2-yard pop pass to Zay Flowers. Keaton Mitchell, some space to the right side, but it closed down quickly. Devin Lloyd got there in a hurry, and a big 3rd and 7 now for both teams coming up. Jackson over the middle, caught in space by Beckham. Somehow pulled it in and got a first down to the 24. That was a hospital ball, and Beckham holds on in traffic.
Yeah, very impressive here from Beckham. Bunch of defenders all in that area, just kind of settled into it nicely. Yeah. And Lamar Jackson finds him on a nicely threaded throw to get it in to the teeth of that defense.
Isaiah Likely again to the 2-yard line. This kid's having the game of his life.
It's been unlikely.
Down to the 2. He almost had touchdown number 3. Yes, it has been very unlikely. Over 10 catches, well over 120 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And now Edwards will go backwards, giving an opportunity for maybe Likely to get another touchdown here.
Yeah.
Again, filling in for the injured Mark Andrews, who is out for the year, one of the many, many players in the league who is on IR for the season. Back to pass, Lamar. Now he'll step up in the pocket, and he'll be thrown to the ground by Olokun. Whoo! Don't go that way, Lamar. He'll lose yards. Actually, they might call that the first sack of the day for the Jaguar defense. Tough to sack Lamar, and now a 3rd and goal from the 12.
Yeah, he actually got popped on that one.
He did. Aguilar over the middle to the 2. Cannot get into the end zone. Let's see if they go for it. Nope, they'll opt to bring Justin Tucker in and just take the 3 points to regain the lead. Tucker, Mr. Automatic. All right, 34-31 here. Knee taken in the end zone by the kick returner. So 11:04, they trail by 3. It has been a very good back and forth game. Jackson handing off, or excuse me, Lawrence handing off this time. That's Tank Bigsby. Remember his first carry got punched out and he fumbled, which gave the Ravens a free touchdown in that second quarter. Or maybe it was the third quarter. I don't remember. Some other time previously in the game. Here's a quick throw to the right side by Zay Jones. And he's got a really nice block from a receiver friend of his. He gets a first down to midfield.
Yeah, it was Calvin Ridley out front making a very nice effort block to spring Zay Jones for some extra yardage. Nicely done there from Calvin.
Here comes Tank Bigsby again. I wonder if Etienne got dinged or stamina subbed or something, as we've seen Tank Bigsby a couple times. Nope, never mind. He's back in there. Etienne's back in. And they'll try a jet sweep again. This time it's Ridley, and he gets blown up by Roquan Smith. Can't fool the old veteran on that one. 3rd and 4 here with about 9 minutes to go in the game. This is a big down for Lawrence. He'll take the snap back. They're going to blitz. They'll go left side. Knocked away. Odafe Owe drops in to coverage instead of rushing the passer, and he knocked it away as they were trying to go for Ingram, and they're going to have to punt. So credit the Raven defense that time.
Well, that one was a little bit unusual in terms of the physics and mechanics of what just happened there on that play. If you watch that closely back, you'll see that he turns his head around expecting the pass with no reason to. As he was in a position, body away from the quarterback, he turned his head and found the pass that he had no reason to expect, because it wasn't close enough that the receiver would have had his hands up yet. So interesting mechanics there. Maybe off of the sound but you wouldn't be able to hear it. So that seems a bit odd that he was able to make that play out of nowhere. Just some crazy ball sense saying turn around and get your hand up.
Yeah, maybe it's like option keeper here for Lamar. He's got some space for a first down. Maybe it's like high school where you hear run or pass from the sideline.
Oh, they do that.
You know that it's a pass.
That in fact, the defenders, you actually sometimes hear that on the TV copy when they have those parabolic mics pointed at the field. You can hear the not just the sidelines, but also the defenders will all. I mean, that's a big part of the communication. So you'll hear it. It is the thing, and they do. But that's not the kind of reaction speed you would expect. You wouldn't even know it was coming to your side. Yes, they would recognize it was a pass, but turning your head around, losing track of where you're, who you're supposed to be guarding in that spot, especially where he was, unusual that he would have the ability to recognize the ball was about to be over his shoulder to be able to turn his body and get his hand up in time to deflect that one. Just seemed very improbable.
3rd and 2 after another nice catch for Isaiah Likely. They'll try to run Gus the Bus right side to the middle, and he's blown up by Lloyd right at the line. 4th and inches is going to be the spot, as Devin Lloyd has been a monster here today. Out of his middle linebacker spot, blowing up Gus the Bus. That's tough to do in short yardage.
Yeah, well, credit.
Forcing the punt here for the Ravens.
Credit 41 for filling the hole, taking on the lead block to allow Lloyd to come in behind it underneath and just absolutely blow up that hole. Nicely done there by Lloyd, just flowing nicely. And then when he saw where the point of attack was, he filled so quick, just able to hold him short. A big stop for the Jaguars.
Hey, 504, welcome in. 6:31 to go here. ETN to the right side, little juke move to the 25, and that's where he'll go down. Again, appreciate everybody being on. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy, Nagy on Sports. We're under 6 minutes to go here. We got a tight game, 34-31. Looks like you guys picked a good one again on the Discord channel when you voted on this game of the week. Is this time Queen and Clowney will get to the quarterback for sack number 5 for the Ravens, and now Lawrence into 3rd and 11. Fake the late handoff. Lots of time as they rush 3 to the right side. Caught, but he's out of bounds. Zay Jones goes up high and is able to bring it down, but Marlon Humphrey does a good job of making sure he does not land in bounds, and so a 3 and out means that the Ravens will get the football back here with 5:20 and counting, and an opportunity to salt this one away, perhaps on the road. Baltimore is like a team of destiny. I mean, like, I'm watching that overtime game last week, and I was like, okay, they come back, and then the kick, the punt return walk-off by the backup punt returner to win it in overtime. It's like, ugh, this team. .44 as Jackson takes the snap. He'll dump it short to Gus Edwards, and now here we go, 3rd and 4. Lamar with 358 passing yards in this one. There's a big 3rd down now. They're going to start to get pretty few and far between if you can't get them off the field. Jackson, 4-man rush. He'll go right side. Open! Way too soft to coverage that time. Williams let Aguilar get open for an easy pitch and catch and a 1st down. Clock keeps running. They're into Jacksonville territory. 3:38, 3:37. Jackson snapped it back. Pressure coming. Watch out from the backside. And he's able to get rid of it, dumping it off to Edwards again, as it almost looked like Josh Allen ran into Trayvon Walker instead of running into Lamar Jackson. Under 3 to go. Clock keeps running. Jacksonville has got to get a stop here. Jackson, keeper all the way. Right side. Juking. 1st down. Gosh, he's so slippery. 1st down to the 31 for Lamar Jackson.
Well, now it is critical that you come up with a stop here on defense. You can't afford to give away a touchdown. They have to force the field goal to have a chance, and they need enough time. So a lot of factors here for this Jacksonville defense if they want to find a way to win.
Indeed. We've reached the 2-minute warning. 34-31. The Ravens trying to put this thing away. Jacksonville doing anything they can to try to hold them to a field goal. Here is 2nd and 10. Stretching to the right side, Edwards. Can he make a man miss? He cannot. Olakun and Lloyd are there. They call their first timeout. Here's the big 3rd and 9. Got to get a stop if you're the Jags. Jackson, left side. Short throw, caught. Ball comes out, but after he's down. And Jacksonville does the job, forcing 42 yards from Justin Tucker. Visual I did not need here this evening. 37-31. $140-ish and counting. And just one timeout. Plenty of time to run your offense, but you got to get into the end zone. So here we go. Here's the game.
Well, I'll tell you.
Let's see if Lawrence can do it.
I'll
Back
tell
to
you.
pass. He'll throw quickly left side, out of bounds for a gain of 1.
I'll tell you, 504. I'd love to see the Browns sweep the table here for the rest, because then if the Ravens were to lose just 2 of their remaining 4, and they've got a very tough schedule with these guys, Miami and the Niners, still yet to play. But if they lose 2 of those games and the Browns win all 4, then the Browns are going to have some home field football in the playoffs, which would be awesome.
Would be. So 4th and 7 here. They got to go for it. 37-31. They need 7 yards. Lawrence motions out to the right side. Takes the snap back against a 4-man rush. He'll fire deep over the middle into traffic. We might get PI. Ingram was the target. There were 2 defenders, and they do get it. Wow. And the big chunk of yardage to boot all the way to the 49-yard line. 26 yards and a first down.
Massive here is this. Obviously now the clock becomes the big factor here. You got to be careful to leave yourself enough time, but don't score too quickly either. They need a touchdown, and it needs to be preferably with under 7 seconds left.
Lawrence in trouble, and he'll be sacked. Michael Pierce gets there. Back to pass. Rolling. Firing. Caught by Parker Washington to the 25-yard line. What a throw. 30 seconds to go and counting.
Well, you had 2 down territory.
Used that last time out yet. Lawrence.
You had 2 down territory there, but an opportunity to take a shot, which they do, get a bunch of yards downfield, and now a 2nd and 10 stops the clock. 25 seconds left for this 2nd and 10, with down by 6.
Lawrence firing it deep, end zone! I think he was trying to just throw it away. It almost got picked. Marlon Humphrey down there, now 3rd and 10. They're at the 24. They need a touchdown. Back to pass after play action. Lawrence, right side, almost picked by Humphrey. And it is now 4th and...
Well, you got time for
10.
You got time for 2 plays here. 15 ticks left. They don't have to score the touchdown. They do have to get the first down.
Lawrence firing it. He's going for the end zone. Another. Are you kidding me? We're going to get more bailout PI?
Wow.
Oh, my. A second one. In the end zone. 1st and goal at the 1 with 10 seconds.
And 1 timeout for the Jaguars. That's huge.
Oh, my. Oh, my. Back to pass. Lawrence almost picked by Roquan Smith. Oh, what is happening?
I don't know.
Oh, my. Lawrence throwing it right side. ETN, can he make a man miss? He can't. They got 1 timeout. They use it. Here's the game. Back to pass. Left side, end zone. Touchdown, Calvin Ridley. With no time on the clock. A kick to win it for Brandon McManus.
Oh, my. Kick to win it indeed. What a crazy finish this game had. Everything you didn't think that could happen happened in that one, it seems. But absolutely wild to the finish. Chance to win it right now for McManus with 0 seconds on the clock.
And it does it. 12 plays, 79 yards, and the game ends on the last play. What a game. Holy smokes, they tried to give it away, not once, but twice they got bailed out by the refs.
They did.
On the PI calls.
They did.
And that is why you have heard Kit Nagy complain so much. I hate that it's more than 15. You should get 15 tops because Those absolutely changed the games by advancing the ball 30 and 30 yards each time. Unreal.
Yep, absolutely. A crazy chart there, too. Look at that comeback for Jacksonville and just squeaking it out at the end. But, bailed out not just by the refs, too, also by some dropped interceptions by the Ravens. Should have easily stopped the game and ended it in their favor. But instead, Trevor Lawrence and these Jaguars squeak out the closest of possible margins with 0 seconds left to win this one. What a crazy game that was all around.
Squeak it out for sure. 32 of 47 for 379 is Lamar Jackson. That was 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. Edwards 14 for 40, 2 touchdowns. Lamar 13 for 111 in this one on the ground. How about Isaiah Likely? 11 catches, 185 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Edwards on some checkdowns. Aguilar, Flowers, Beckham with 3 and a couple of drops as well here today. Defensively speaking, Roquan Smith, no surprise, 15 tackles, 14 for Queen, 11 for Kyle Hamilton, a sack and a half for Pearson Queen, 1 for Stone Matabike, halves for Clowney, Travis Jones, and Roquan Smith, and no turnovers in through the air. They did have the fumble recovery again on the 3-yard line. Trevor Lawrence, 27 of 46, 381, 4 touchdowns today. ETN, 17 for 59 and a touchdown. Bigsby had the really costly, almost costly fumble because they ended up not losing the game. Ingram, not to be outdone, 11 for $115 and 2 touchdowns for him, as both tight ends were great today. Ridley with the game winner with 0 seconds. Washington and Jones each adding 4. And how about Travis Etienne? We forgot about that 75-yard touchdown that he had in this game. 13 tackles for Olawokun, 12 for Devin Lloyd, 11 for Jenkins and Cisco, both of the starting safeties. Fatukasi with a sack and a half, Olawokun with the other half, and the pick was by Aruarwe. What a wild finish this was. Appreciate you guys being on. This was a fun one for sure, and hopefully provides as much entertainment in real life. But appreciate you guys being on. Kid, anything else to wrap this one up?
No, absolutely was a wild game. Lots of fun. Enjoyed having this one with all of you here live. Certainly always fun to have an audience enjoy it with us.
Absolutely. Guys, we really appreciate it. Take care of yourself. For Kit out on the left coast, Phil here in Central Ohio, we are Nagy Sports again. You've heard it here. Browns and Bears coming up tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope you can join us live for that one, as we'll see what Flacco and the boys have in store for Justin Fields and company. Last time he came to Cleveland, Miles had 4.5 sacks or something, right? So I'm looking forward to it for sure. We'll see you then. But we appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys very, very much. So today we will say, go Jags, and as always, go Browns!